Imagine this. The lights are dim, the city buzzing in the background, and whispers spreading through Chicago like wildfire. Word on the streets is, the one thing Lil Durk never thought he'd face might be happening right under his nose. Not the feds, not the haters, but betrayal from inside his very own circle. The people closest to him, OTF, the family he built. The brothers he trusted his life with might be the ones setting him up in the King Von case. Fans are stunned. The industry is in shock, and if what's being said is true, this could be the biggest twist the streets have ever seen. Screenshots start floating around online. A blurry text thread, a leaked DM, a post on Reddit that's already blowing up with thousands of comments. User Cheatown True Leaker 92 drops a bombshell. Y'all ain't ready for this. I got receipts. One of Durk's own boys flipped on him in Von's case. That loyalty ain't what it seems. I'll just say this. The streets talking and the courtroom listening. The replies come fast. You Vanny for life, if this true. Man OTF done for. You Fifi Channel told y'all the betrayal always comes from the ones closest. This ain't shocking. It's history repeating. Then Twitter catches fire. A viral tweet racks up 5,000 likes overnight at Rap Leaks Daily, hearing wild rumors that someone in OTF been low-key working with the feds against Durk. Fans asking, is this the end of OTF? It's like watching a reality TV episode in real time. People posting memes of Durk looking over his shoulder. Others bringing back old clips, old interviews, where Von warned that not everyone in the crew could be trusted. Remember this? A fan tweets, dropping a video where Von once laughed off a question about loyalty, but then gave the camera that dead serious look. In hindsight, fans are now saying maybe he knew something we didn't. The atmosphere is tense. You got folks saying it's just rumors, clickbait, the usual internet cap. But then, a small detail pushes everything over the edge. A mysterious account uploads what looks like a snippet of a recorded phone call. The voice is muffled, distorted, but fans swear it sounds like someone from OTF. And what they're saying? He think he untouchable. But they already know everything. I ain't going down with him. The comments section goes nuclear. You street leak splug. Brr. That voice low-key sound like someone Durk been around for years. If this real, it's over. You loyalties, fi Cody F man. Loyalty don't exist no more. Von gone. And now this. Can't make this up. And just when fans think it can't get any crazier, another leak surfaces. An alleged message thread between two supposed OTF affiliates talking about a deal with the DA. The word deal alone is enough to get people spiraling. The idea that someone Durk called family could be cutting a deal with prosecutors. That's betrayal on a level that shakes the whole fanbase to the core. But here's the real kicker. One blurred photo in that leak supposedly taken inside a courtroom hallway. The caption just says, "Wait till the world sees who it is." Fans zoom in, enhancing, analyzing pixels like it's a crime show. Everyone asking the same thing. Which OTF member is about to flip? And as the camera fades to black for this part of the story, one question hangs heavy in the air. If the betrayal is real, what does that mean for Lil Durk's future in the King Von case? Imagine the lights low, the city buzzing, whispers running through the streets of Chicago like smoke after gunfire. You'd think after everything Lil Durk been through, the trials, the court cases, the streets watching his every move, the one thing he'd never fear was betrayal. Not from the feds, not from rivals, not from ops, but betrayal from inside his own crew. From OTF, the very people he built up, the brothers he swore were family. And now the rumors are louder than ever. Somebody inside OTF might have turned. And the King Von case ain't looking like just another courtroom battle. It's starting to look like an inside job. Fans are stunned, the industry is watching, and if these whispers are real, Lil Durk could be facing the biggest betrayal of his life. It started with screenshots. A random DM leak, blurry at first, like somebody didn't want to be caught sharing it. But once it hit Reddit, the floodgates opened. User cheats Hound Truth Leaker 92 drops a thread titled, "Durk's crew ain't loyal. I got proof." Inside, he posts what looks like a half-cropped text exchange. "Bro already made a deal. Durk don't even know yet. They gon' use it in Von's case." The comments explode instantly. "You Vonnie for life. Ain't no way this real. Durk put food in they mouth. How could they flip? You Fifichinal fam, this is exactly how it always goes. Betrayal don't come from your enemies. It come from the ones closest. I've been saying this since day one. OTF looks shaky. Now y'all see." Then Twitter catches fire. Within hours, a tweet from @RapLeaksDaily goes viral. Sources claiming an OTF member secretly working with the feds against Lil Durk. King Von case might take a shocking turn. 50,000 likes. Launwen retweets. Memes fly everywhere. One clip of Durk performing live, looking over his shoulder, gets captioned, "When you realize the snake ain't outside, it's right next to you." Fans laugh, but deep down, they can't shake the thought. Could OTF really turn against Durk? But the story doesn't stop there. Soon, a distorted audio clip drops on TikTok. The voice is muffled, but fans swear it belongs to someone who's been seen with Durk countless times. The words echo like a death sentence. He thinks he untouchable. But they already know everything. "I ain't going down with him." The comment section goes nuclear. At OnlyVan Forever. "Yo, this sound like Brewer from OTF." Nah. At FreeDurk2025. "If this is real. Durk finished. Loyalty dead in 2025. At Chitro Scholar. "This feels staged, but also too real. Who leaking these calls?" Meanwhile, Reddit catches another wave. A new thread pops. Courtroom hallway photo leak. OTF members spotted. The post shows a blurred photo of a man in a hoodie outside what looks like a courthouse. The caption, "Wait till the world sees who this is." Fans zoom in, circle outlines, compare tattoos, even debate shoe brands. Whole subreddits start obsessing. "You Southside watcher. I swear that's bro who been in Durk's vid since day one. You receipts, written tappin'. Zoom in on the left hand. That ring. Same one from an IG story in 2022. You case closed already. This betrayal is real. Von probably tried to warn us before he died. And then it gets even messier. A supposed text thread surfaces allegedly between two OTF affiliates. One message reads, "Bro, it's done." He signed the papers with the DA. The word DA alone sets the internet ablaze. Is this real? Is someone in OTF really cutting deals behind Durk's back? If true, that's not just betrayal. That's a death blow. Memes start rolling. Von's old interviews spliced with dramatic captions like he knew. He always knew. Clips of Durk looking nervous in court get remixed with captions. When your own crew playing both sides. Then Instagram blogs jump in. Pages like at Street Saint Loyal and at Drills a Tita start posting cryptic stories. Funny how loyalty don't last long when the DA in the room. No names yet, but let's just say, someone wearing OTF chain been talking. Fans screenshot, repost, argue. Emotions are running high. Some can't believe Durk's own brothers would ever fold. Others swear this is exactly how the streets work. No loyalty, just survival. And then, the cliffhanger? Out of nowhere, a mysterious account uploads a voice note on Twitter. The caption, "This the beginning. More coming soon." Betrayal runs deep. The audio is short, less than 10 seconds. But the words are chilling, they gonna find out. And when they do, it ain't gonna be me sitting in that cell. The timeline goes crazy. Who said it? Which OTF member is this? Is it even real or just some internet troll? Nobody knows. But one thing's for sure, the streets, the fans, even the courtroom are all buzzing with the same question. If OTF Betrayal is real, who's the snake and how much damage is already done? And just like that, the screen fades to black, for now. But the whispers keep getting louder. Fans are left asking, is Lil Durk's downfall really coming from inside his own family? The internet couldn't stop talking. For days, OTF Betrayal trended across every platform. Blogs milked it, reaction YouTubers dropped hot takes, and Twitter was a minefield of memes, theories, and wild accusations. But behind the laughs and the trolling, there was a darker vibe. Something about these leaks felt different, too specific, too close to the truth. Fans whispered, if this is fake, it's the most detailed fake we've ever seen. Then came the first real crack. A clip, allegedly from a leaked jailhouse call, surfaces. The audio is grainy, the voice is muffled, but fans swear one of them belongs to a face OTF fans know all too well. The voice says, you know he trying to act like he untouchable. But the DA already told me, if I don't talk, I'm looking at 20. That's on him, not me. The streets couldn't believe it. If true, this meant someone close to Durk wasn't just talking, they were cooperating. Turning state's witness, Twitter goes up in flames. At CheatRealT, not one of Durk's boys making deals. This, the end. At Vanus Guardian, this betrayal is deeper than we think. The calls sound too real. At RapWatcher92, if this fake, it's Oscar-worthy. If it's real, Durk's finished and read it. Forget it. Whole threads dedicated to analyzing the voice. Fans running it through filters, slowing it down, comparing it to old OTF interviews. You Soundwave detective. Bro, I ran the audio against clips from that 2019 IG Live. The pitch match is almost perfect. This ain't no random. You Freven till then, if that's who I think it is. The betrayal cuts deep. Von Prawley rolling in his grave right now. Then the blogs jumped in. At Chicago Tier Room Posts, breaking leaked audio suggests a key OTF member considering cooperation in King Von's case. Loyalty tested. Durk in shock. But while fans online debated, the streets told a different story. Word spread that Durk had already confronted certain members behind closed doors. That a heated argument went down in a studio session. One alleged witness described it like a scene out of a reality TV show. Durk slammed the headphones down like, "Tell me straight up, you talking to them people?" Bro went quiet. Then another dude in the room said, "Man, stop playing. We all know what it is. It almost came to blows. Only reason it didn't." Somebody stepped in. Dramatic retellings hit Twitter in hours. At Street Narrator, Durk almost fought his own boy over snitch rumors. OTF is crumbling. At Hip Hop Courtroom, behind the music, it's nothing but betrayal. You can see it in Durk's face these days. And just when the smoke seemed like it might settle, the first big twist dropped. Screenshots from what looked like an official court filing made the rounds. The names were blacked out, but highlighted text revealed, "The witness, a known associate of the defendant, has agreed to provide testimony in exchange for a reduced sentence." Fans went ballistic. If this document was real, it meant the betrayal wasn't just a rumor anymore, it was official. Someone in OTF wasn't just suspected of flipping. They had already flipped. TikTok went crazy. One video got millions of views with a fan crying on camera. They really trying to take Durk down. Vaughn died for nothing, and now his own boys betraying him. This too much. Reddit threads exploded with theories. Case closed already. The word associate low-key means OTF. They don't want to drop the name yet, but trust me, it's one of the main ones. Conspiracy. Think about it. The only way the DA would have leverage is if somebody from inside gave details only the crew would know. Fans even started pointing fingers at specific OTF members, making wild guess threads. Who's the snake? Vote below. Member A, 40% member B, 25% member C, 35% the comments under that poll. Brutal. You reels all spirit. He been too quiet lately. Y'all don't peep. I live for this drama. Watch old interviews. He always side-eyeing Durk. Foreshadowing right there. Meanwhile, Twitter's top trending topic becomes hashtag OTF Betrayal, with fans making memes like you can't spell loyal without lie. But the streets weren't laughing. Behind the jokes, fear crept in. Because if one person was willing to flip, who else might fold when the heat turns up? And then another twist, even scarier. A supposed text leak from inside the courtroom group chat. One line sends chills through fans. He already in protective custody. Protective custody. To fans, that sounded like witness protection, meaning this wasn't just a rumor anymore. Somebody really preparing to testify. The reactions were raw. At Durk Defender, I feel sick. They really setting him up. OTF snitching. This like the final chapter of a movie, even bigger. A viral fan theory thread on Reddit claimed the betrayal wasn't just about the court case. You'll theory King Vaughn? Y'all ever think maybe Vaughn already suspected betrayal? That's why he was moving the way he did before he passed. Think about the lyrics. The IG lives, the sudden paranoia. It all makes sense now. He was warning us the whole time. One TikTok with 2 meters views played. Vaughn's old lyric "I seen loyalty" turned fake over slow-motion clips of OTF members in the background. At this point, the narrative wasn't just about Lil Durk versus the system. It was Lil Durk versus his own brothers. The crew he put on, the crew he swore was unbreakable. And the streets were asking if Vaughn was betrayed, and now Durk too. Who's safe anymore? And just when fans thought they'd hit peak drama, another cryptic post dropped on Twitter. From a burner account, now deleted but screenshotted everywhere. It simply read, "The snake is already in the grass. Next week, the world will see." Everyone refreshing, waiting for the next leak. Because now the betrayal wasn't just rumor, it was confirmed. But who? Which face was about to be unmasked? The day of the hearing arrived, and the atmosphere felt like the premiere of a reality show. Fans crowded outside the courthouse, cameras flashing, reporters screaming questions, and bloggers live streaming every second. The betrayal rumor had built up for weeks, and now everyone expected answers. Who was the snake in OTF? Who flipped on Lil Durk in OTF? Who flipped on Lil Durk? Inside, tension filled the room. Durk sat quietly, head down, rocking slowly like a man who already knew the storm was about to hit. His lawyers whispered in his ear, but his eyes barely blinked. Across the aisle, the DA shuffled papers, smirking as if the game was already won. Then, the moment. The judge called for the witness. Fans on Twitter live tweeting exploded. At courtroom leaks, they just called a witness. Who is it? At Drama Updates 247, everybody standing. Phones out. This about to break the internet. The doors opened, and in walked a familiar face. The room gasped. Gasps turned to whispers. Whispers turned into chaos. Because it wasn't some random associate, it wasn't a nobody. It was someone fans had seen standing next to Durk countless times, rocking the OTF chain proudly. a man who called Durk brother. The betrayal wasn't speculation anymore. It was standing right there, ready to testify. Twitter went insane. At OnlyFans4Ever, I feel like I just got stabbed. He, out of all people? At Street Drama Plug, this is worse than any op beef. This is betrayal on family level. At RapWatcher92, Von's ghost probably screaming right now. Loyalty dead. Lil Durk's face didn't move. No tears, no shouting, no visible anger. Just silence. Fans said he looked like a man broken from the inside, betrayed in a way jail or ops could never touch. His crew sat stiff, some shaking their heads, others staring down at the floor. The courtroom felt less like a trial and more like an episode of Love and Hip Hop. Chicago edition. The witness spoke. At first, the voice cracked nerves, pressure, fear, but then it steadied. They started recounting events, timelines, names, places. The DA nodded like a conductor leading a symphony. Every word cutting deeper into Durk's legacy. Fans online screamed in disbelief. At Rap Leaks Daily, this man testifying like he reading a script. They rehearsed this. At Von Life's Throughs, the betrayal is unreal. You can't write this in a movie. At Durk Defender, they feeding him lines. This snake ain't even original. Then came the twist that nobody saw coming. The witness claimed they weren't just testifying to save themselves. They claimed Von himself had confided doubts before he died. The courtroom erupted. Fans online broke into chaos. You, Therick and Von. I've been telling y'all Von knew the snake was close. You street scholars see. If Von said it, that's gospel. This betrayal been brewing for years. Asian doll, sitting in the back, wiped tears from her face. The camera panned to her, and the image spread instantly across social media. Camera cuts to Asian doll crying became the headline. Memes, fan edits. Conspiracy threads, her reaction alone became part of the betrayal story. And just like that, the betrayal wasn't just a court case. It was history. The fall of OTF loyalty documented live for the world to see. The judge eventually adjourned, but the damage was done. Fans flooded timelines with heartbreak and fury. At Gnome, OREOTF, I'm done. OTF ain't real. Loyalty fake. At Von4Ever, Durk lost Von. Now he losing OTF. This the saddest chapter in drill history. At Culture Watcher, from the streets to the courtroom. Betrayal always wins, but the finale didn't end there. Hours later, a mysterious account dropped yet another leak. A supposed recording of the same OTF member talking weeks earlier. Durk blind. He don't even know half the moves we made behind his back. He'll find out in court. The betrayal felt scripted, like a season finale with a cliffhanger twist. Fans swore Netflix or Hulu needed to make a docuseries immediately. Reaction channels labeled it the OTF Betrayal Saga. TikToks hit millions of views with sad music edits of Durk and Von photos. Reddit ran wild with theories. Was this betrayal orchestrated by the DA? Was the witness forced? Or had they been plotting for years? But the most chilling part came not from the courtroom or the leaks, but from Durk himself. Leaving court, reporters shouted questions, cameras flashing in his face. He didn't stop, didn't look up. But under his breath, caught faintly by one mic, fans swore they heard him say, "It was always gone, be one of them." The clip spread instantly. Fans replayed it, slowed it down, captioned it. Was this Durk admitting he always knew betrayal was coming? That Von's death wasn't just ops, but family snakes too. The internet couldn't decide, the industry chimed in. Rappers posted cryptic tweets. At Industry Vet, loyalty don't exist. Remember that? At Oj Drill King, Durk in pain. Don't matter how big you get, betrayal still cut the deepest. And fans kept the theories rolling. You plot twist watcher, what if this isn't even the final betrayal? What if more OTF members flip next? You conspiracy OTF, Von's death, Durk's case, the betrayal, it's all connected. We only scratching the surface. By the end of the night, one thing was clear. The betrayal saga wasn't finished. Fans left divided. Some furious at the snake, some questioning Durk. Others just stunned that OTF, once seen as unbreakable, had cracked wide open, and as the YouTube video fades out, the narrator's voice drops low, heavy with suspense. This betrayal, this testimony, this fracture inside OTF, it might just be the beginning. Because if one brother turned on Lil Durk, who's to say another won't? And if the streets are right, and Von saw it coming all along, then maybe the truth isn't betrayal at all. Maybe the truth is that loyalty never existed in the first place. But was this the full truth, or just the beginning of something darker? Tell us what you think. Was OTF betrayal inevitable, or is this a setup by the DA? Drop your theories in the comments right now. Hit that like button if you're shocked, subscribe if you're locked in, and share this video with your friends so they can weigh in too. The story of Lil Durk, King Von, and OTF is far from over. And trust me, you don't want to miss the next chapter. You don't want to miss the next chapter.